So, game 4, Minnesota against Denver, and Minnesota's trying to extend this series, and then Edwards, of course, wants to do everything for it, because he's been awesome in these playoffs, besides game 1, I'm pretty sure. He had a pretty rough one, but man, game 2, 3, and 4, he has been special. And, of course, the Nuggets want that week off before the series against the Suns, very likely against the Suns, so another important matchup here in Minnesota, and Jokic was going off early, man. God damn, he was cooking, and nobody else really was, but Jokic was going off, and that's all that matters. And Edwards was responding all night long. Man, imagine if the Warriors had Ant-Man. Nah, that would be crazy. Here he hits the insane fadeaway spin move, what the hell that was. And the Timberwolves have a huge lead here, and with 2 minutes and like 40 seconds to go, they managed to blow it as Michael Porter Jr. finally got hot here at the end of the fourth quarter in the latest moments as possible. Damn, I don't know if that's grammatically correct. Jokic misses the free throw, and these free throws would have given the Nuggets the lead after being down by 11 or 12 with 2 minutes to go, 2.5 minutes to go. 2.30 to go or something like that. And Ant-Man has a chance to win it here at the buzzer, but he loses the ball, doesn't even get a shot off. Bruce Brown! Oh yeah, no. That would be crazy if he hit that, man. But Minnesota finds a way to once again blow a huge lead and somehow man, I don't know how they do it. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker showed up in overtime, hitting 2 huge three-pointers here in this OT. And the Timberwolves felt like once again they had it, and then they once again didn't have it, as Jokic gets his 43rd point here, and it's a 1-point game once again. But this time, Ant-Man gets his shot off after crossing over. Oh my god, he left him leaning. And the game was over right there, as Jokic missed a wide-open three-pointer after this. And the Timberwolves get the win. They've been in these last 3 games, man. Interested to see how game 5 goes. I would expect it to be close once again, but Denver will win, I think, at home, right? But the Timberwolves have shown more this series after all, and Karl Anthony Towns fouled out, and funny enough, it was better for the Timberwolves, it felt like, man. I just don't know what to think of Cat in this series, but, and overall, I like the dude a lot outside of basketball, and his skills in basketball I like, but it just doesn't seem to fit here, man. And I'm not sure where it will fit, but I'm sure somebody will take a chance on him, because, I would also, if the Warriors were not great, right? We'll see what happens with Towns in the offseason, even though maybe I'm starting something here that's not even there, right? Maybe they'll just run it back and say that they were not healthy the whole year, which would also make complete sense, even though I don't think Towns and Gobert can coexist. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe a lot of people are wrong. Pardon me. And Anthony Edwards, Jesus Christ, 34, 6, and 5. 2 steals, 3 blocks, he was great. Didn't shoot the ball as effectively and efficiently as he usually has been this series, but still one hell of a performance. And Mike Conley continues to be, man, he's one hell of a player, man. They don't make him like Mike Conley anymore. And he was awesome. Kyle Anderson had his best game of this series, which was much needed for the Timberwolves, because nobody else off the bench did anything. Pardon me, I would be lying here. Huge shout out to Austin Rivers, he was great. I almost forgot about him, since we have not seen him play before this game in a long time, I feel like. And he was really good in his 10 minutes, 33 seconds, so shout out to him. As for the Nuggets, the adjustment is to make open shots, because they once again were pretty good, except that they couldn't make open shots. And they have been making them, they weren't tonight. Jamal Murray had a bad game, had his worst game of the series. MPJ had a miserable night until the end of the third quarter. And KCP couldn't get anything going. Bruce Brown wasn't good tonight, and nobody else off the bench brought much or anything really. And Jokic was aggressive as hell, 43, 11, and 6, 15 of 26 from the field. He was really good tonight, but the defense wasn't adequate enough. And of course, what killed them were a lot of misses that just weren't good. Turnovers were there. They didn't rebound the Timberwolves, which doesn't help, of course. And also felt like they didn't get to the free throw line enough compared to the Timberwolves, even though the difference is just 5 made free throws. But in a close game like this, it matters. And of course, the adjustment for the Nuggets isn't really anything major, maybe some tweaks, slight tweaks defensively, but when you are 4 games in, there are truly just slight adjustments to some maybe defensive things that you want to do on Ant-Man, maybe on some other guys here and there, but I think Denver has this easily in game 5, but these last 3 games have been close, so maybe we're gonna be wrong. Even though I said I think game 5 will be close and Denver will win, I think it will be more of a comfortable close game than not, but if such things exist in the playoffs, right? But I hope you get my point. I still think Denver wins this in 5, and we'll see them against the Suns next week, which will be fun.